Hi, Shonda. I've spent quite a bit of time on your WBLT, and I think that overall you've done a really great job. I can see all the time and effort that you've put into it, and I think that it really does show all the different details that you thought of to put into this web-based learning tool. And I think that it would be an extremely effective tool for teachers, which I know is your intended audience. So something that I want to point out first is that I really do like how your menu at the top here is, first of all, very visible. So users are able to see that the menu is right here. And I also really like how you have each module labeled specifically in their in their order that they should be done in. So you have module 1, module 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I like how each drop-down menu has the different subheadings, and each subheading explicitly explains what's going to be covered in that tab. And something else that I would like to mention is that you have this test your understanding at the bottom of each module. So at the end of each module, once the user has gone through each of the various tabs, they're able to see whether or not they've learned what was being taught, basically, and can then test their understanding. And if they feel that they need to do a little bit of a refresher, they can go back and do so. And actually, that's something else I want to point out. I like how you have everything laid out in order, but you give users the ability to see where they are by having this highlighted so that the user knows what page they are on. And then they can click through and go to the next one. And if they feel they missed something and need to go back, they're able to do so without any hesitation or without any reason to have to start all over or anything like that. They're able to go wherever they need to be. So if I move on to the test your understanding, something that I've also attempted was I did complete a quiz. I just answered randomly to each of the questions to see how it would appear. And when you go on, you are brought to the page to see your results. And here, what I really like is that it highlights whether the answer is wrong or not, which you can see here that I've gotten, them all wrong because I just clicked them. And then underneath it shows that it's the correct answer. So what I like about this is users are able to exit out of here and then go back, and then they can read through the modules again and see which questions they didn't understand or didn't maybe miss the main message. And then they can retake the test and ensure they're prepared and comfortable before moving on to the next one. Something that I do want to mention, though, is going through each of the modules multiple times and really going in depth over this web-based learning tool. Something I was having difficulty finding was your learning goals. I'm not sure if maybe I just missed them, but I could not find them, so I'm not sure if they are here. So that might be something that you want to consider for when you're doing the touch-ups for the final. And something that I also actually forgot to mention in the beginning was I really like this home page, just because I really like how you have the map outlined and it shows what can be found under each submodule and the different learning topics that will be covered. And then again, you show what they are, and then you indicate that there will be a test your understanding quiz at the end of it, which I feel that this is really good, just because if somebody wants to know about something specific, they can come here and see exactly what they're looking for. So let's say they're looking for the role of a teacher in student achievement, they can see that it's the first module and it's the third one, which is right here, and you click there and you're there. So that's amazing. I also, since I'm on this page, I really like your incorporation of videos. I think that's a great tool, especially having up here the time of the video. So seeing that it's only 2 minutes and 38 seconds, I don't become overwhelmed or think that it's going to be too long and want to move on. Even this one here, it's only 3:39, still not bad. Something that I do want to mention is your Module 3. So when you go through Module 3 and you click the different submodules, so collaborative, reflection, I like how you have on the side here the ability for the user to create their infographic. However, what I do want to mention is that the text here on the left-hand side, I find may be a bit on the text heavy side, just because, and obviously I can see that it's all relevant information and that it is really important for the user to fully understand the importance of the module. However, I feel that looking at this slide, for example, firsthand, as a new user, that someone that has no idea what collaborative inquiry is, this may be a little overwhelming to see and may discourage the user from continuing on throughout. So what I would do is, if you can, find a way to create less text and maybe add more of a graphic, or maybe even just try and break up the text so then it's not just like subheading, paragraph. Maybe try and organize it in a different way just so it looks less texty, I guess. But yeah, other than that, I feel that this has been really well done. I feel that I would definitely, if I was a secondary educator, I would definitely use this resource. And I think that other than the things that I've mentioned, most of it's positive. I don't think there's much that you should change. I feel like it's a really good way to get teachers to understand the importance of collaborative inquiry in the classroom and kind of see exactly how to get there. And yeah, so great job so far.